Now I'm teaching Matthew chapter 5 verses 13 to 16 with the title, Salt and Light. Read verse 13. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything, except to be thrown out and trampled by men. Matthew chapter 5 verse 13. Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth." Salt is perfectly white in color, so the believer who adheres to the teachings of Jesus must be holy and pure. Like salt within his inner being, cooking food mixed with other ingredients will not taste good if you forget to add salt to it. The food will be enjoyed by everyone if you put the right amount of salt in it. Thus, salt is important in all foods. Similarly, only your tongue helps you taste the food by discerning the right amount of salt in it. A believer should speak good things, like salt, without using evil words because it enhances many dishes with good taste. The words of the believer bring comfort to others, and they will see your good works through your good words and praise your Father in heaven. Also, if a salt packet is old and past its expiration date, people will not be able to use it because it may give the food a bad taste or lead to spoilage. Or food poisoning due to microbes. Therefore, it's no longer use and should be thrown away. How do we obtain salt, and what is the process of making it? To collect salt from seawater, the seawater is collected in shallow pits in the sand or ponds near the seashore for salt making. These ponds are then exposed to sunlight for a few days. The heat from the sun causes the water to evaporate, leaving behind a layer of sea salt crystals that can be harvested or mounded in heaps on the ground for storage. The salt crystals obtained are collected and transported to factories, where they are purified and packaged for consumption. The piles of unused salt have absorbed moisture due to weather conditions, such as humidity or rain, causing them to become damp. They will then scatter on the ground, be tossed by the seashores, and be trampled on by people. A believer should nourish themselves with spiritual sustenance, as salt symbolizes God's word in the Bible, by doing good both outside and inside the home. While living on this earth, life is a precious gift from God, so we should use it wisely by doing good to others, just as salt enhances the taste of all foods. Good salt will be stored in a warehouse. Likewise, believers who perform good deeds on earth will be kept safely in God's kingdom. When salt becomes damp or sticky and loses its saltiness, it is no longer useful and will be thrown out and trampled by people. In the same way, a believer who lives with half worldly habits and half spiritual devotion cannot be like pure white salt. A packet of pure salt cannot contain both old and fresh salt. Otherwise, it will not be of good quality. Those who are not good salt on the earth will be cast out. Read verses 14 and 15. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. Matthew chapter 5 verse 14, 15. Jesus says, "You are the light of the world." A believer should live within the light in a dark world. A bright lighthouse placed on a hill can be seen by everyone. And cannot be hidden from the eyes of the people. For example, during the night, a sailor in a boat on the sea can see a lighthouse tower from a distance. which guides the captain to reach land safely. A person who lights a lamp and places it on a table in their house does so because it provides light to everyone who comes in. It helps you see the faces of people and things. Without the lit lamp, one cannot see your face or anything else. Everything remains dark from evening until the sun rises early in the morning. The sun gives light during the daytime, and the lamp stand provides light in the house during the night. Similarly, a believer should be a good light both outside and inside the house. No one puts a lamp under a table, a bed, or a bowl. It is placed on a stand to give light. Read verse 16. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. Matthew chapter 5 verse 16. Jesus said, "If your heart is good, it will show who you are. It can't be hidden, as people can see your light within you by the way you speak and by doing good deeds." If your heart is bad, darkness remains within you, and people can't see your light because the darkness covers you entirely. A believer must practice the teachings of Jesus, be willing to change their heart through the mediation of God's Word, and do good in everything so that the world will see your light through your good deeds, and they will praise your Father in heaven.